Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Currently driving home from the Southeastern Truck Nationals in Lebanon, Tennessee, which is just outside of Nashville. And I'm driving home to a little town called Palm Coast, Florida, just north of Daytona Beach. Now I say that because I got a bone to pick with some of you commenters in the comment section. You see, I started this channel because I wanted to inspire other people to get out and road trip their classic car or truck. I want to keep these old cars and trucks on the road. I'm not an ASC certified mechanic. I don't know everything about paint and bodywork. I'm not a welder. I'm not really good at anything other than talking to a camera and trying to share a story with you guys and gals. I even made my channel kid friendly because I want to encourage the little guys and gals to get out on the road with their mom and dad, or even heck, buy a classic car or truck like I did. My first car was a 1971 Chevy C10 with a 250 straight six and a 3-speed manual transmission. Not many 16-year-olds wanted to drive something like that at my high school, and I tell you what, I was the only one with a classic, and I stood out, and it was awesome, and that's what really started the bug to have a classic car or truck to drive around. Some of these commenters are just going off about how I'm doing something wrong, or, you know, just keyboard warriors going nuts about how, oh, you should never do it like this, you shouldn't do it like that. If I'm doing a roadside fix, you can't do it like that. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Number one, never said I did. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'll tell you that straight up. Number two, let's see you take your old car or truck out on the road on a 1,200 mile road trip in the middle of the summer. I don't think you're gonna do it. I don't think you're gonna do it. And number three, commenters like that discourage other people from seeking out advice and trying to learn how to do things the right way. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about how to get things back up and running. Am I a professional? Absolutely not. Do I use YouTube to figure stuff out? Yep. Just like you guys and gals, if I get stuck, I watch a YouTube video. And I think it's great. It's the best way to learn. You watch somebody do it, and they explain how they did it, and then you interpret it your own way, and then you do it and see if it works for yourself. It's trial and error. I mean, come on, dude. These people are just like killing the classic car and truck scene, and it drives me crazy. We'll go to car shows, and you know, I'll pull up in my 67 patina truck. It's lowered with 22-inch transit wheels, and people be like, oh, when are you gonna paint it? That's pretty harmless. Or, you know, occasionally you get the, son, you ruined that truck, blah, blah, blah. Do you know the condition of this truck when I found it? It was in a million pieces in somebody's garage. They were never gonna put it back together, ever. I saved this truck's life. I gave it new life, and I'm enjoying it probably more than anybody would that would have gotten this truck. If you don't own the vehicle, it's not built for your approval. Appreciate what the owner has done to it to keep that car or truck on the road, even if they're chopping it up. A lot of times if you see something that's chopped up, there's a reason. It was either not salvageable, it was so far gone that they had to do something with it. But it's great to keep this industry and passion alive, and every time somebody comments negatively or gives somebody a hard time that doesn't know something, you're slowly killing this culture. And that is the exact opposite of what this channel is about. This channel is about encouraging other people to get out and work on their own cars and trucks. Even if it's just their daily driver and they want to learn how to change their oil or do some basic maintenance, rotate their tires. You don't have to build a whole vehicle just to get out there and work on it. Every time somebody comments negatively, or if somebody has a question that's beneath you and you comment with anger, it just like, it closes them off. Like, I was learning how to weld, still am, and I posted my first cap corner that I ever did on a C10 forum, or C10 Facebook group. I got absolutely obliterated in the comments. Like, I'm telling you, it was like, I remember this very distinctly. I got so destroyed in the comment section that I was like, never posted in this group again. And I'm a C10 guy, you know? I feel like I'm a huge advocate for that community. And my own people, man, were just like, oh, you should go get some glasses and whatever welders say, you know? So now if I ever show welding, by welding on the channel, or if I show something that I did, I'm gonna preface it, listen, I'm not a welder, okay? I don't have 5,000 hours of experience under my belt, and I haven't been welding for 236 years. So I want to encourage you guys and gals to do something for me. And it would make me so happy. If anytime you see a comment that's negative towards me, or especially somebody else commenting on one of my posts or videos and asking a question and somebody gets nasty, I want you guys to just shut them down. Just like, don't go over the top with it, you know? We still want to be a family-friendly place, but shut it down. Any of the really bad stuff, I delete those comments. I'll let some stuff ride, because just because you're a little crass with your delivery of information doesn't mean that what you're saying isn't valid. But think about how you were when you were a kid trying to learn how to do stuff. Did you know everything? Absolutely not. And what did you do when somebody that was older than you and more experienced with you basically told you that you were an idiot? Probably made you feel like pretty terrible about it and questioned even doing what you're doing. And that's what's happening with the industry now. I want to keep this going, guys and gals. I want to keep these old cars and trucks on the road. The newest vehicle that I own that's in my name is my 1992 GMC Safari van. Like, I am 100% committed to keeping these cars and trucks on the road. That 79 C35 I just got back together, that is going to be my daily driver. And it's got the original 454, it's carbureted, and it's got the turbo 400. No frills. Half of the electronics don't work, the AC doesn't work, only the gauges that you need to read work. So I mean, like, I love keeping something like that alive. It's just, it was rotting away in somebody's backyard, it was forgotten, and we brought it to the channel, we gave it new life, and I feel like that's what we need to be doing, is uplifting people that are trying to learn. If they have a legitimate question, let's answer it. Let's not tell them they're an idiot. They're coming to the page, or they're coming to that group for a reason. They want to learn. So let's not discourage that. Let's keep it going. Because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? You negative Nancy's, we're going to have a bunch of electric cars all over the United States because you couldn't be nice. Just be nice to people, man. It's that simple. And I will say, like, the majority of y'all are awesome. Like, I had so much fun at this show. I can't go out and get the same kind of show coverage I normally do, but sitting in that booth and just, I mean, basically it was nonstop from when the show opened to when the gates closed. Like, people coming up, talking to me, people giving me tips. I learned some really cool stuff this weekend that I'm going to share with y'all when the time comes. I feel like that's what this community is about. Like people that come up, they know that I don't know everything, so they're like, hey, here's some things that I learned when I was doing this, and this could help you do that, whether it's body work or welding or firing up a motor for the first time and trying to get it to bark right off instead of, you know, struggling to get it to start. That's what I love about the classic car and truck community, is the willingness to help people and the willingness to pass along the knowledge. That's what we need to be doing. We got to pass along this knowledge, or you're not going to be able to hear this American horsepower anymore because the EPA is going to shut it down. Sorry, guys and gals, I get a little passionate about it. If you can't tell, I get fired up. I'm also in a very good mood because we had a great weekend, and I'm trying to pass the time of my 10-hour drive home. You know, the people that do comment that are critiquing what I'm doing and encouraging what I'm doing in a positive way, I know are the guys and gals that go out on the power tour, that go on the tailgate tour, that actually drive their stuff. They're not just like, they don't just have an idea of how it's supposed to work. Like, no, they've been there. They know sometimes you can't repair things the way you want when you're on the side of the interstate or in the parking lot of a hotel. So that's what I want to encourage. I want to encourage everybody to be nice, get out on the road, drive your stuff. You see somebody that needs help, if you can help them, help them. Even if you can bring them some water or offer some encouragement, you know, sometimes that's all you need. Even if, hey, you good? You need help? A lot of the times they got a plan, or they got a tow truck coming or something to get it figured out. But that's what we need in this world. We need to bring that community back, and just everybody's in this for the passion of keeping it on the road. And I don't care about brand loyalty or any of that stuff. You're dadgum right. We're bringing Fords to this channel. We're going to have some Doges. We're going to have some Plymouths. I'm even thinking about bringing on a dadgum 3-cylinder manual Geo Metro for the heck of it. I'm just kind of thinking of like what would be fun to work on that would have been something we would have seen driving around 20, 30 years ago, and just keeping that car's soul alive. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I was driving. I got a long way to go, and I just had this thought, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video just about this because I'm so passionate about it. I want to just share that message with you to let you know where my head's at. Let's be nice to people. Let's encourage people that are doing great stuff in the car and truck community. The only thing let's discourage is the squatted trucks. I'm not on board with that. It's a huge safety hazard. It's just not, it's up or down, guys, up or down. I love lifted, I love stock, I love lowered. Squatted trucks, I'm sorry, it's dangerous, okay? It's dangerous. But other than that, everything else, let's be nice. Even be nice to the squatted truck guys because they're still out there wrenching on their stuff. I know, like, I give them a hard time, but they're nice guys and gals, you know? They're just out there to have a good time. But anyway, guys and gals, that's the bonus video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm posting 3 videos a week in July 2025. Doing a main channel video on Monday, a bonus video on Wednesday, and a No BS Tech video on Fridays. The No BS Tech videos is a series I want to bring back because I very much dislike getting on YouTube when I'm trying to figure out how to do a very specific thing, and the channel I'm watching goes into a 15-minute story about how they were a kid and where they grew up and how they learned how to do this specific thing, and they don't show you how to do it until you're 10 minutes in, and then they take forever to explain it. No BS Tech's like, yep, this is what we're doing. I don't know. I feel like that's a needed video series. And if any of you other creators out there are watching this, you know, maybe pepper some of that in, because sometimes you come across things that you want to do, and it's like, dude, I can do this in 5 minutes. But maybe showing them how to do that, showing other people how to do that, will encourage them to come to your channel. I don't know. I just like a little variety on channels too. I'm figuring all this stuff out. But anyway, guys and gals, that's enough for me. Visit yeahbuddy.com to buy some super sweet merch. We're going to be getting a new merch provider soon, so keep an eye out for that. Going to be headed to the C10 Fall Revival for sure. There's a couple other shows that are on my calendar. If you go to yeahbuddygarage.com, I have an events tab, and I'll update that with the shows that I'm going to. I try to promote other shows on my social media pages. I should probably start doing that on my community post pages through YouTube. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys hanging around, watching these videos. I appreciate all the encouragement and support that you guys have showed me this weekend. I appreciate I couldn't do this without y'all, and I wouldn't do half of the stuff that I'm doing on this channel without y'all. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next video.